Guys, right now, let me tell you a fact. 9 out of 10 businesses that are started fail. What do you think? Is it like mandatory to fail before you actually get to a successful business? Is failing your way to success? It's not. When they try to sell you the idea that 9 out of 10 businesses fail, it's not your fault that they are failing. You are a completely different person. You see, they try to sell you the idea that failing is okay when failing is not okay. Failing is not something that you should be aiming for. But when you hear that, failing is so common that almost everyone else who is starting a business is failing right now, you think that, alright, let me just try, and even if I fail, it doesn't matter because everyone else is failing, so maybe it is just normal. Well, let me tell you, failing is not normal. If someone else cannot market their product, it's the other person's fault and not yours. If someone else cannot build a team, it's the other person's fault and not yours. So if you have the ability, if you are actually working towards the business so hard day and night, and if you're putting in all of your time, then there's no reason that your business should fail unless you do not have the skill, unless you do not have the right people with you, unless you do not have something that is required to actually win. So don't get used to the idea of failing. It's not the failure that counts, it is the success that counts. Let me actually give you an analogy and you'll understand this right now. Alright? When you first started driving the car, there could be a million ways to explain this, but this is the most common one I can think of right now. When you first started driving the car, did you fail 10 times before you actually succeeded? You did. I'm sure you did. But when you actually succeeded just once, did you fail again? No, you didn't. Why didn't you fail again? Why didn't you make the same mistakes that you were making before you actually succeeded? It's because you had succeeded once. Now you knew that, alright, this is what I've got to do and this is how I've actually got to go about it. So you knew what you had to do step by step and you went through that process again, and guess what? You succeeded. So how did those 10 failures before help you? They helped you by telling you what not to do, that's for sure. But they didn't help by telling you this is what you have got to do. They did not give you the blueprint that you got in case of the success that you gained. In the end, failures are important too. I'm not saying they're not important. They are. But they are important for a reason. They definitely tell you what not to do. Apart from that, what is important is that you persevere, you do not stop, because these failures are always there. Whatever you've got to do, whenever you start something, you will fail most of the times. But when you actually persevere, when you actually go through these steps again and again and again, you will find the right way. And after that, once you do that, once you run a successful business, your next one is sure to be successful. And this is actually a fact. This is actually found by a study by Harvard Business School. They say that people who have already succeeded at business have a 34% chance of succeeding at their next business endeavor. And in case you are wondering, people who have failed have the same amount of success rate as people who never started. So the failure doesn't even count over here. So the next time someone tells you that failing is cool and failing is okay and failing is what counts, tell them no. Tell them it's the success that counts. Tell them it's the perseverance and focusing on your mistakes. Why you failed, that counts. That counts, and then success counts. If this makes sense to you, let me know in the comment section down below when was your first success and how it helped you in the future.